I'm going to start by saying safety is an absolute priority for East Midlands Railway. I think the last 12 months have brought our own personal safety and each other's safety into focus like never before. I'm really keen that we use this as a catalyst to drive forward our safety agenda really strongly. And with that in mind, I'm really pleased that the health, safety and wellbeing strategy is being implemented now. The other thing I reflect on in terms of our health, safety and wellbeing strategy is that safety is the responsibility of all of us. No one individual is responsible for safety. Certainly the safety team are not responsible for safety, and it's not exclusively the role of a safety rep. It is all our responsibility to deliver a safe railway for our people and for our customers. So what I'm really keen to do is share some of the story of how we have developed our health, safety and wellbeing strategy in an inclusive way to bring ideas from across the business, from all our different functions. And the purpose of this session is to share some of that story.
So can I thank you ever so much, Will. I think I'd agree with that, but I'm going to jump in first if I can and go straight away to Katie Arthur, who's our head of safety, because this is a different plan, Katie, and I think for you it's can you sort of explain how you wanted to do it and why it was so different to how we've done it before?
Yeah, no problem, Michelle. Thank you. I think we've reflected on past safety plans, which have been developed very much by the safety team, and unintentionally ended up being quite an isolated process. I think throughout the COVID response, our relationship with the safety reps and the amount of time we meet has increased. And I think it became really evident that actually to get a really good informed health, safety, and wellbeing strategy, the people to absolutely engage with and understand the challenges for all the people across the business was the safety reps. So about 4 or 5 months ago, we created a subgroup of the Joint Safety Committee. With some safety reps who became health, safety and wellbeing plan champions. And we met on a monthly basis, I believe, wasn't it, to start off with? And had some great sort of informal chat to start off with about some of the challenges that we have had as a business in terms of safety, some of the opportunities that are presenting ourselves in the industry in terms of safety, and also really just trying to focus on health and well-being as well. It was really important that that strand became part of of what was traditionally just a safety plan. So they're the two key changes really from past health, safety and wellbeing plans that we've seen at EMR. And I think I'm really proud of the way that we've worked together as a working group, collecting all the information from frontline teams and managers, but also using sort of past performance data really to drive the content of the health, safety and wellbeing strategy, which we are presenting now.
Thank you, Katie. So I'm very lucky to have some health and safety reps on the call. So health and safety reps, have you ever been involved before in developing a health, safety and wellbeing plan?
No.
No? Anybody?
No, not at all.
Hey.
No. So what does that tell you? We weren't. So the success of our previous plans didn't really have much of a chance without you guys at the sharp end being involved. So thinking about that, what's been different for you, Keely? What have you enjoyed? How have you gone about participating in this?
I have really enjoyed it actually, and it's been a good group get together as well. It's I think it's been good people. Do you know what I mean? It's been really nice. I was very lucky with working at Derby and at Forshed. I could do cross function as well and getting drivers involved from Derby, because I know with Matt he's had the hardest problem with he wouldn't be able to speak to Derby drivers as well. So I spoke to both of them, and then general conversations really that what people want in the safety and what people care about.
And what ideas did you come up with, or did people suggest to you?
So one of them, which I said earlier, was a major one with the brakes, P&Bs for mainline on train, as we don't have them, and a lot has changed over the years with turnaround times and a lot less staff on board from the Midland mainline days. So that was a key thing for our people at Derby and Sheffield, Nottingham and London. So that was and that is happening now. So that's all good. from December timetable change. We have got breaks involved, so that's a win-win.
So I think for me then the challenge is, how do we keep the momentum going for the next 3 years? How are we going to make your colleagues that remain in the psyche, not, all colleagues, managers, frontline staff, how do we, it's an open question.
I think keeping them informed is the main thing as well, and keep it alive. Don't let's do it in January, February, and then forget about it for the rest of the year. I think definitely keeping it alive and talking about it more.
And one of the ways we've suggested to do that is the health and safety reps will be part of that governance process by attending some of the working groups that will be looking at each of these sections. So
yeah, thanks, Michelle. I was just thinking in terms of just keeping the plan alive and keeping that 3-year pace, it's really using those 4 Ps. It's the people, it's the places, it's the performance, and then it's the partners. I mean, this group in itself represents a key part of that partners role. How do we work together and use that feedback to continually drive and inform that health, safety and wellbeing plan, which we see as being something that will move in the next 3 years. We have got the strategic objectives for each group. However, we do recognise that actually it will be adapted and it will be changed based on everybody's input and contributions to that.
Okay, so Katie, saying that, which P do you align yourself with?
All 4, of course.
Oh,
Michelle,
if you had
my
to
job.
Oh, come on then, Will. If you had to pick one, Will.
People.
Why people?
We are a people organisation. We're not an organisation that has lots of assets or owns lots of stuff, but we have a lot of people, over 2,500 people, and I think to make this a real success, it's going to be bringing that collection of people together behind this strategy.
Same question to you then, Michael. Which P?
I'm putting me on the spot now. I think the people side of it again is very important. Like Will said, we are a people organisation with lots of staff, and just trying to pinch Will's answers really. But I think just going back to sort of governing it, I think having reps from a variety of backgrounds on will hopefully help to keep the plan fresh, because we see it in everyday action, both not just us, but obviously managers do it, and I think a number of different backgrounds reporting back on a regular basis helps stop the plan going a bit stale and forgetful of certain things, and I think it would it should keep it fresh for the 3 years.
Now that's a really good point, Mike. And I mean, just building on that, if I had another P, it would be the one around partners, because to do the best, we need to really listen to a wide range of voices, and hopefully I'm an advocate of diversity and inclusion. And having a wide range of voices is really important, but also listening to all of those voices, and that's the bit I think about as inclusion. And the railway is a complicated system. It's really complicated, and the safe delivery of the railway, it's not exclusively an EMR task. The responsibility is much wider than that. So I think that other P of partners is really crucial, so that as we deliver a safe system. And to Mike's point, we have a wide range of inputs to that.
I think for me, I was going down. I agree with everything you've said in terms of people, but for me, it's partners. We're not going to do this without the health and safety reps and our colleagues helping us achieve our health, safety, and wellbeing strategy. It's just not going to happen. So, but thank you. But so what about yourself, Matt? Obviously, you've said you found it sort of quite hard with your colleagues, drivers working shifts. What have you enjoyed about this work stream?
It's been quite eye-opener. I've only been involved in health and safety for 4 years now, and never been involved so sort of deep into it. It's given a much bigger insight into my role, and it's kind of focused a bit really, rather than feeling a little bit like lost sometimes amongst the role. You think, well, what am I doing? Is anything being listened to? And where are we going with all this? But the way we've all worked together with the ideas coming in, it's felt very inclusional rather than the opposite effect.
Thank you. I'd agree with that. And Gary, obviously, we want to make sure as well that everybody's including this, including our engineering colleagues. So I know you've put some great ideas through in terms of what you want to see. Have you got a P that you'd like to align yourself to?
Yeah, considering I'm stuck in the same place every day, I would like to say place, because that's our role. It's to get people and goods from one place to another in a safe manner. And obviously, it's a rapidly changing set of circumstances. COVID's brought about the end of the franchising system, I think, for good or bad. But I think there's going to be significant changes over the coming decade. You're going to have new fleets of trains, new ways of working.
Okay, thank you, Gary. And what about yourself, Melissa, then? What P would you see yourself aligning to?
I'm being greedy and going for all of them.
Okay.
Because obviously, people I deal with, my constituency is quite a vast area, with it being head office and the academy and the control. Obviously, being a controller as well anyway, the performance of everything comes heavily into my role. Places, same reason as Gary, really, because we deliver it to everyone. So yeah, I'm going to be greedy and just go for all of them.
I think the thing I was just going to round with, I wonder whether they, if there was a fifth P, it would be pride and being proud. So when I reflect personally, I'm much more motivated for things I'm proud of, and what I'm detecting and seeing from you guys is a real sense of pride, and that's something that I'm really keen, is that collectively we are proud of the health, safety and wellbeing strategy, and of our performance, and of all the activity and effort we're putting in. So, I'd conclude by saying, do be really, really proud of everything you are doing, and that the whole of our team is doing. And when I say the team, I mean the whole of team at EMR, to drive forward positively with safety.